And audio is now on, so nobody heard that.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, incriminating things I say when we're not on.
I don't know. All right.
I don't know.
This. So here's what I'm going to do.
What are you going to
Save.
Quiz hot shot.
The link. Now we'll add a new source. Well, how do I do this? Web-based content, browser source.
Whee. How do I do this again? That's the problem. You get it all set up and then you forget how to do it all.
Yeah, I do.
Until something goes wrong and then you got a crash course on how to correct it.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. Add new source. Browser source. Please enter the name of the source. This will be two-person chatting. This is updating. This is setting up Stream Elements, Streamlabs in real time, people. You're getting the good shit now.
You say so.
I do say so.
Sure.
And now neither of us are there. So now we have to add.
Oh no.
Yeah.
He disappeared.
JC. Oh, we gotta do this. Nope, I don't gotta do that. Put that back up here. This goes here. Actually, this can just be hidden. Oh, that's there. Oh, I know why I'm dumb. That's gotta go there.
I don't know why you're dumb.
That's gotta go. We gotta find you. You go up here.
I'm hiding.
I'm hiding, guys.
I'm hiding. It's shake and bake, and I helped.
Yeah, this is, I didn't think of this until this morning. I'm like, shit. This is going to look really dumb. We have 3 empty slots and 5 people.
We could have done 3 spirits.
I thought about it, but I still would have had to move everything around, and it still would have been a pain in the ass. Now,
Yeah,
going
that's
forward, I'll have this overlay, which I can improve.
That'd be helpful.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So how was hockey last night?
Good they lost in overtime, though.
Did they?
It was a fun game to watch, but damn, disappointing result. The goal they scored in overtime to beat them was fucking... They're playing 3-on-3, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was just a little sauce right to the front of the crease. Dude brought it down and then just flipped it up over the goalie's shoulder. Goalie dropped into the butterfly because that puck was coming downward angle.
Mm-hmm.
And he just knocked it down and flipped it up and like 2 touches on the puck with the stick and game over.
That sucks.
Yeah. You can't win them all, though.
You cannot.
You cannot win every game you play.
Yeah, this is terrible,
It looks like a terrible butt. What?
well, I mean, it's Slapdash. I've been working on this for 5 minutes. So it's... it's,
I will slap your dash. Wait, what?
I hope you do.
You'd like that too much.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, duh.
Slap my dash, bitch.
Yeah. That was, something.
I need to add something else. Oh, I need to add. So that's... I need to add our Two Nerds One Quest logos.
Oh, of course. Of course we do.
Add the banner here. That. Here. Ah.
Oh, no matter how far we've gone.
What do you think? Should we add the mature audience labels?
Likely if we're talking about Critical Role. Just for Scanlan.
For Scanlan alone?
Scanlan stories alone.
Uh-huh. Do this. That'll go there. Parental advisory. Add.
We're sassy.
We naughty. Image. Save that. What does that look like? But make it.
You make it work.
All right, we'll call that good. We've got the basic elements. We have names. We have video. We have logo.
Sure,
We have
that works.
parental advisory.
That's all we need.
That is really
All
cool.
you need is love, right?
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. Oh, did you just do that? Okay.
Yes.
That's funny.
Why, yes, I did. I see we made it through daylight savings.
Yeah, I feel great this morning.
I was up at 5:15. My body's just like, nope, this is when you get up. Great. This is gonna fuck me over even more now.
Yeah, no, I was kind of up at around 6:30 maybe.
Yeah. Yep. I played a few games of FIFA, played around at Battlefield. Life is good.
Yeah, that does sound like a really good time.
I keep going to the store, and by store I mean the store dashboard on my PlayStation and looking at Dragon Quest 1 and 2 remake.
Oh, are you?
The HD 2D remake. I keep looking at it and I'm like, I likely will at some point.
What's the cost on that?
First, I think 60.
That's not bad for 2 games with being remade.
No. Yeah, and it looks gorgeous. So
really loud in Twitch right now.
you don't look loud.
Funny, you don't look Drewish.
All you need
Close
is
to mic, mouth, mic. I have this.
I did it. It's going to be there for most of the day, likely. That is one thing that if you ever have an annoying song stuck in your head, just start singing Beatles tunes. Eventually one of those will get stuck in your head to replace it.
Yeah, that is true.
And I have a lot of people go, well, then you have a Beatles song stuck in your head. I said, yeah, at least it's good music.
Yeah.
It still blows my mind when I go look at their discography. They released 13 albums in 8 years. That's fucking insane. That output is ridiculous.
And you're talking like individual albums, not like red box, blue box.
No. That is from the first one all the way to Let It Be. What was the first album they released? I forget what. It's not Help. It's Isn't it just the Beatles?
It might be. I like the Beatles, but I'm not like huge knowledge on them.
I love the Beatles. The Beatles are great. No, bring that back. And I want my Discord at the same time. Thank you. Home. Let's go home. Let's go artists. The Beatles. The Beatles. There we go. You see that now? Let's go. What's that? It's probably 6. For sale? No. Please me. I think it's please me. 63. I think that's the first one. You know what I could do instead of going to iTunes? I could pull up a web browser. That would be brilliant. Put that over here. Make that big over here. And then I want this over here. Discord. There we go. We have that cord and this cord.
This cord, that cord, Discord. Oh, people see what I'm doing. I'm updating
Your
promotions in Discord with all the channels I'm in, saying we're live.
Oh, with the Beatles, then meet the Beatles. Yeah.
Then your mom's a Beatle.
Please Please Me was first. Please Please Me with the Beatles. Those are both 1963. 1964 was Hard Day's Night and Beatles for Sale. Help and Rubber Soul were in 65. Revolver was in 66. Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band was 67. The White Album was 68. Yellow Submarine was 69. Abbey Road was 69. And Let It Be was 1970. I did not say they're missing an album. They're missing Magical Mystery Tour.
Roll on to the Magical Mystery Tour.
That is AI failing us, writing away history. Yeah, Please Please Me. Let's see, Revolver, Sgt. Pepper's, then Magical Mystery Tour. So Sgt. Pepper's and Magical Mystery Tour were 67. So every year from 63 to 67, they released 2 albums except 1966 where they only did Revolver. Then they did 68, 69, and 70. Or 68. 68 was the White Album, which was a double album. 69 was Yellow Submarine and Abbey Road. And 1970 was Let It Be.
And in all that
insane.
time, they recorded all that, and they were still touring.
Touring, yeah, exactly.
I just
no, because they stopped touring when after Help. Was it, or was it after Help, or was it after Rubber Soul?
I thought they toured.
No, they
most of
stopped.
that. Did they
Like
really?
they did a hard stop, and it's like part of their. It was after they did the U.S. tour, and everything was absolutely insane. They stopped touring, and they didn't tour for the back half. That's why the rooftop concert was such a big deal. For Let It Be was their first live performance in like 5 years.
Huh. And you know what's funny is I watched a documentary on it, and I don't remember that being said at all.
August 29th, 1966, at Candlestick Park in San Francisco was their last official concert. The decision was driven by a combination of factors, including the exhaustion of constant touring, the inability to be heard over screaming fans, and the desire to focus on recording studio music. You can watch this video to hear Paul McCartney explain why the Beatles stopped touring. And that had to be in the 80s. Holy hell. He looks so young in that.
Yeah, right.
So that was their last live performance. Do we want to like format this as a show, or are you still dinking around?
What do you mean formatted as a show?
Like have an introduction and an outroduction, or are we just gonna chat?
Yeah, let's do the introduction because I'll still put it on the feed.
Okay, we'll do that at some point when you're done dinking around. Let's see. What I'm gonna do is go to, because I have a feeling this will be a lot of what we talk about.
No, I'm good whenever. We were just chatting and I was just trying to add stuff, but we're good. I
Going
was
to the Critical Role Campaign 1 Vox Machina wiki.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, there's a wiki for the show.
Oh, that does not shock me in the slightest.
Have you gotten to the point where Orion's gone yet?
Oh,
Tiberius?
I'm way past that. I'm on episode like 42.
Oh, nice. Oh, so you got through the whole. You got through the whole of Whitestone.
Yep, I got through all of Whitestone.
Let's fire up the show and
Yep,
we can
let's do
talk
this.
about it. Hey everybody, welcome to Two Nerds, One Quest, the origin... Tom, where are you going? Tom. Well, that's a son of a bitch. No, this is planned. He's running to get coffee. We forgot to refresh coffee before starting. But back to the OG, Two Nerds, One Quest. That quest today is going to be discussion of all things nerddom. Primarily, something I'm very, very excited that Tom got into. Finally, his Critical Role. So I'm going to run and get my coffee now that he's gotten his coffee, and we'll be back.
Yeah.
Or I'll be back. Arnold Schwarzenegger, I'll be back.
I'll be back. Yeah, I'm very excited about this. Yeah, we're just chatting today. 2 people down. Genius is probably hungover and sleeping, and Cooch is in Vegas? Question mark? Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's in Vegas. But there's a lot of stuff here that we're going to chat about that we've been talking about on the side that we were due for a chatting session, whether in person or on stream, and this is the perfect time to do it. So yeah, this will be a good conversation. We'll have, if I had to bet, probably most of this will be Critical Role or D&D in general. Just chatting, discussion, like rules and what they're doing, stuff like that. But also, I'm sure we'll get into some music and games towards the end of this. But I'm pretty sure this will be a Critical Role heavy show.
Yeah. Yes, it will. So, Tom, what was it that made you finally go, I should watch Critical Role?
Yeah, I think I was looking for something quote unquote new, fresh to me. I really loved the Dungeon Run. Jeff Kanata DM led. That was 100 and some episodes. I loved that. It was 100 and some episodes, so it was slow at points, and some of the story beats were a little whatever. It was fine.
Side note, what's Jeff doing now? Do we know? Anything?
I haven't looked it up. I think he's still doing media and game stuff. I think he still does some podcasting. I honestly, I haven't looked it up. I know he's got a couple kids and family and all that, so I don't know if he's just kind of laying low.
We have the internet, folks.
Yeah. So yeah, I listened to that, and that was probably, when did I listen to that? 3 years ago? 4 years ago, maybe?
Yeah.
Is when I finished it. And then I was just, I think I was ready because everybody's talking about Campaign 4. I tried to watch Vox Machina on Netflix, but I think I watched maybe the beginning of episode 1, but I wasn't ever invested. You guys told me to listen. I think I listened to the final episode, the final session of season 2 or 3, I think, of one of the campaigns. And I couldn't get into it, but also I listened to the last fucking episode. You can't do that. That's stupid. Why would you do that?
Yeah. I am 100% confident you listened to the last episode of Campaign 1, because the last episode of Campaign 2, you would have looked at the time stamp and went, fuck that shit, because it was 8 hours and 20 minutes, I think.
Oh, yeah, I did not listen to that one. I did not listen to that one.
That was Campaign 2. Campaign 3 they did in 2 parts.
Okay. Yeah, I did not listen to that one. But yeah, I mean, it was I wanted to see, I kind of wanted to see what it was about from the beginning. So I was getting the D&D itch because we had been off all summer. And so I was getting that urge. We started playing again, and I was like, you know what? I need more D&D in my life. So I started, working on my campaign for when you're done with yours. And then I was like, oh, this isn't enough. And then I started listening to that, and then I started playing Baldur's Gate 3 again. I picked up where I left off. I did not start a new campaign. But yeah, so I started on episode 1. And it was good. And I told myself I was going to give myself a couple of episodes to give myself the full, and I was hooked.
It doesn't take long.
No.
The early stuff is like every time I go back, I'm like, all right, that's Orion was part of this, and it's really interesting looking at it now and seeing what they've become. I think that was a key cog in achieving what they've achieved, because I don't think they would have been, to continue with him would have been difficult at best. And there's a bunch of reasons that you can go search out on the internet as to why.
We won't talk about that necessarily here. We'll mention it probably a couple different times, but ultimately it's a tough listen and watch to. I'm trying to think of how to put this diplomatically.
When you have a problem player at the table.
Yeah, it's the
to talk about it in D&D terms and what we do, and one thing we are absolutely blessed with is you guys are all of us are very sharing and giving and wanting to play back and forth off of each other and willing to sit back and let someone else have the spotlight.
And we try not to interrupt you, and that is, I think, one of the big problems for me listening to it was every time something was going to happen, he had to jump in and do something. Like, he couldn't just not do something. And I think that's where a lot of the hard listening for me came from. But yeah,
then the always leaving the party, going somewhere else, doing something else. It's like, I think at one point Matt just hand waved. He's like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "I'm going here for this." He goes, "Okay, you go find that," and then went back to the rest of the people at the table. It's like that's when you could tell Matt was getting fed up with it.
Yeah, because there was one episode later, maybe late teens, early 20s, to where he went home, or he went to the other keep, and they wouldn't let him in. So the entire episode was him going there and then not being able to do anything. So he kind of just sat there for like 2.5 hours and then came back.
Yep.
But anyway, yeah. So, and it's really interesting from where they started listening. Like episode 1, hey guys, we're here, we're doing this thing. Follow us, I guess. Try this. Yeah, follow us if you like. And then like to the next episode, holy shit, we had 100 followers. Holy shit, we had 1,000 followers. It's like, god damn.
When they made their t-shirts and they sold out in 15 minutes. Like they didn't even get done announcing them and they were sold out.
Yeah. Like that
first t-shirt, that
made me laugh.
Like, what?
Yeah. Like, I guess we're doing this now.
Yeah, and then the couple other moments, like the first time someone watching, some viewer bought them food. It was like, whoa, that's kind of cool. And then one that always sticks out in my head is when Laura couldn't find the card for her item that she had, and Matt was like, well, when you find it, we'll figure it out. And you see they're going on and doing something else, and Travis grabs her binder page, turns it over twice, and then points. And then she looks at him, she's like, oh my god. He's like, chat knew where you put it.
Yeah. Isn't that insane?
Yeah. It was so crazy. So then they had to be very careful. They became very cognizant of what they showed on the screen because, yeah, there are observant people in the world.
Well, there's observant people in the world, but there's also fanatics. Like,
oh yeah,
like they glom onto that.
Like
shit.
In the bad way, fanatics too.
My brother and I were talking about that side quest here. My brother and I were talking about that last night about music because we were talking about concerts and going to stuff. And I was talking about like Bad Omens and Sleep Token and what was the other band? There's another band I mentioned where the fans are like just stupid about the individuals in the band, like trying to dox Sleep Token, trying to find out who they are, where they live, what they do. And like Noah Sebastian from Bad Omens actually leaving social media because it was so bad. Just the fandom of it. So it.
Well, that's, I mean, to bring it back even a little more, Laura Bailey, when she played Abby in Last of Us Part 2, received death threats. There were people sending her emails saying they were going to murder her kid because she played this character.
Yeah.
In a show, a fictional character in a show that did something awful. Guys, come on.
Yeah. Here's your Two Nerds One Quest PSA. Don't be a fucking dick.
Exactly. Don't. Yeah. It's like do you want the entertainment or don't you? Because that's the way you end up not getting it.
Yeah.
Because you start
Parasocial.
doing dumb crap like that.
Yeah. The parasocial relationship to where you actually think you're friends with the person you're watching.
Yeah. And I will absolutely admit that these people feel like my friends. I've spent so much time listening to them and essentially sitting at a D&D table with them. It's hard not to view them as that. Now I understand they don't know me from a hole in the wall.
Yeah.
And if I ever did meet them, I would love to just shake a hand and say thank you for the hours and hours and hours of entertainment and emotional roller coastering and great storytelling and all of it. Everything that's come with it. This is a byproduct of that.
Oh,
which is
absolutely.
really wild to think, because I don't know if I would have started playing Dungeons and Dragons itself without Critical Role doing it. I was playing Pathfinder. They used to play Pathfinder. They went to D&D 5e. I'm like, I want to go to D&D 5e. I want to start a home game. These rules are easier to convince someone to learn than Pathfinder. So it was
I don't think I knew you started with Pathfinder, did I?
Maybe not. I don't know if we ever talked about it, but I
know
did
you said
start with Pathfinder Society.
I remember you saying you played it, but I don't remember you saying that that's where you actually started.
Yeah, that was like when I seriously started role playing. I went to Gnome Games, and I'm like, I was looking at the D&D books and stuff, and Pat, who's absolutely amazing, came over and said, "Here, you want this?" Because 4th edition was a shit show, apparently.
Dumpster fire.
Although I would still love to try and play those rules, because what 4th edition was a reaction to World of Warcraft, which is really interesting in my mindset. I should probably try and grab those, the Player's Handbook, Dungeon Master's Guide, and Monster Manual, if I can find them at some point. That'd be a fun experiment one fall to run 4th edition. We'd have to do it pen and paper, though.
Yeah, I feel like maybe we should do, that would be a fun in-person one-shot, like one of these weekends when Stacy is gone, when we can just sit here at the house. And,
yeah, for sure. Oh, I got games I want to play if we're doing that.
Yeah.
I got that World of Warcraft pandemic version. I want to try.
True. Yeah.
Anyway,
yeah.
back to Critical Role. Do you have a favorite character, Tom? I know it's hard because now you're in far enough that you've seen cool shit from a lot of them. So it's.
I think my two. Yeah,
if you're gonna say two, I can probably tell you who they are.
Who do you think?
I would say Scanlan and Grog.
Yeah, that's because that is how we play.
It's a lot of people's,
and
that's
how we play, and that's our humor. And I know Genius has said that he's really glommed onto the Grog.
Oh, his character in my homebrew campaign, Graz, was an orc version of Grog.
Was an homage
basically.
To that.
Yeah, that dumb barbarian. But he ended up going druid story-wise, which ended up being very cool and very different from what Grog was. So
yeah, I like, for the most part, I like all of the characters for different reasons. Like, but Scanlan and Grog, I think, are they just attach to me just for the humor, the story beats. Scanlan is, you don't really dive a lot. Well, now that we dove in a little bit to his, he was surprised by his daughter I thought,
yeah, that's a hell of a storyline.
I thought that was fucking hilarious too, because he's sweet talking her in his room, and then Matt starts talking differently, and everybody at the table, their eyes get really big, and Sam is like, I don't wait, what? Like that was to me hilarious, but also like really good.
A very good storytelling. I mean,
Yeah.
like you took the guy that is sleeping with everybody and gave him a kid. Of course, he's gonna have a kid somewhere.
Oh yeah, that just
Of course she'll probably show up.
yeah. But that the Grog storyline with the going into the fighter's pit,
Yeah,
like those two fights in the fighter's pit was some of the most gripping
intense
battle
Yeah,
that Matt's told up to this point for me. I mean, obviously I'm just this far, but like that whole storyline, and now Grog has the sword that's talking to him.
do you have a female setting?
Yes. Oh my god, that made me laugh.
When he said that, that was great.
He's like, "Fuck yeah, I want it."
Yeah.
But then I also
gotta be
like,
careful I don't spoil anything for you.
yeah. But I also like Percy. Percy's character is very.
He's my favorite. He's my favorite in campaign 1.
He is so intriguing to me. It's dark. It is in depth. It is heartfelt. It's very interesting. It's very man, that whole vampire storyline was
with the Briarwoods.
so impressive.
Briarwoods are motherfuckers.
Oh my god. That was
I love 'em.
such
They're
a good
so great.
storyline. Yeah.
What was your favorite moment specifically? If you had to pick one moment so far out of everything you've seen, it can be, or we can say favorite funny moment to make it easier for you, and then you can do favorite serious moment.
My favorite serious moment, I think, was Vax going down, saying goodbye. Like, just saying that, like, makes my chest, like, I get tingles, goosebumps. Like, right now, if you could see, I have goosebumps on my arms when they're fighting the Briarwoods, and he goes down and he says goodbye. Like, that is, like, I am almost getting choked up now, even just thinking about it. That was so well done.
Vax were the weight of that campaign. Like the emotional. There's some emotional stuff later, but I think the emotional heart of that campaign was their relationship and everything that preceded finding the Death Watcher's ward. And that. I'm trying to think. If you're on, let's see, you've done through.
I can tell you. I think I'm on episode. Let me pull up YouTube real quick here. I think I'm on episode 40. I'm on episode 42. Like I just started it.
So they have left him on after Chaos, right? Happened in Amon. When Uriel announced his abdication of the throne and turning,
the 5 dragons destroying four dragons destroying.
And here's the interesting thing, and this is why it's 4, and this is something that you're going to get, and something you would probably be more interested in now, going back and watching The Legend of Vox Machina. The first episode of The Legend of Vox Machina, they're hired to kill a blue dragon.
Mm-hmm.
That's the 5th dragon.
Oh, okay.
And this is kind of the dragons going, well, wait a minute. Fuck you guys. And so it's really interesting to watch Matt, because Matt he had some stuff going on. They had the whole arc with the dwarves in the cave and everything, and then going to Vasselheim. But I think Matt really started hitting his stride on stream with the Briarwood arc in Whitestone. And then shifting to this arc, which is the Chroma Conclave arc.
Mm-hmm.
And Matt had initially said that was going to be the end of the campaign, the Chroma Conclave arc. And he kind of talked to everyone, and everyone's like, no, let's keep going. And so there's more beyond that.
Yeah.
But it is really like going through and finding all the interactions with the dragons and stuff is just very, very cool. There's a lot of cool stuff coming up for you.
Yeah, I believe it. And going back to your original question, I think some of the funny moments, like the ongoing running joke of Scanlan trying to get rid of Vex's bear.
Oh yeah,
like we can just leave him behind, or just always trying to, like, that makes me chuckle every time. I don't know. There's been a couple of funny.
The shaving the half the beard.
Oh, shaving the half beard and gluing it on, like when they're talking about,
like you're listening to it, right? Did you hear them say, "Did you break that?" He actually broke a mechanical pencil in that moment. Travis did. He was so frustrated.
So I've been watching most, like, I'll put it on at work and I'll have it on my phone. So I'm actually watching most of it, but like I'll listen to it like when I'm mowing lawn, and yeah, so I'm doing it all through YouTube. So I'm trying to watch as much as I can.
Cool. That's good.
Yeah, just because, I mean, some of their expressions and the way that, like, they look and talk, and
yep. I think one of my early at this point, one of my favorite moments was the moment with the sulfuric acid with Percy in his lab with Grog grabbing the tongs. And then at one point Taliesin confers with I thought this was prior to the Briarwood.
I'm going to be honest, there might be some things that I just don't remember.
Yeah. That could be where Grog picked up tongs and he put them in the bag of holding, like some metal, or was them in the bag of holding, and then got caught by, I think, Vex saw him, so he put them down. And Matt and Taliesin had a moment where they really kind of connected as like two D&D veterans, and kind of taught Travis something in the moment, and Travis played right into it, which was brilliant. But yeah, there was like his hands started burning from the residue of the sulfuric acid.
Yeah, and he pours water on it, and he calls it burning water. He's like, I don't want. Yes, that made me laugh. Okay, I remember that. The burning water. Burns. He's like, I don't want that. You're burning water. Yeah. Okay.
Water burns.
Yep.
That whole moment. Yeah, there's a couple of lines that Percy says that I like. One in particular that is so poignant, but I don't know. Let me actually see if I can do a search here and see.
Yeah, there's a lot of funny stuff that makes me laugh as they're going and doing stuff. Like when they're rolling and they're like, "Yeah, I'm good at this," and then they just utterly fail, or like the Will. Okay, so when they split the party and they had like Will Wheaton.
Oh yeah.
That whole situation was really pretty fun. Just because the curse of Wheaton's dice made it that much more funny.
Yes.
Always rolling ones and twos. Yeah.
And watching Liam react to it.
Well, and just Matt, like watching Matt's reaction to it too. Like, how is this even possible? That
I'm glad I didn't say anything. One of my favorite lines from Percy is coming up for you. It's in episode 45.
Okay.
So I won't spoil it for you. It is a phenomenal line. And like one of those things where like you'll have to be paying attention to that episode kind of, because it will go under the radar, I think, in the moment.
There's been a couple things that Percy has said, or that Taliesin has said, that have gone under the radar in the early episodes, because, things are happening and he just kind of says something and I kind of wait for somebody to start laughing. It's like, oh, that was a good one though.
I will tell you, Talison's characters are all very, very high in my favorites of each campaign.
Oh, really?
Yes. And in fact, campaign 2, his character is my favorite. So it's... Then,
he is a very intellectual player, I feel like. Like, he is a...
Yes.
Where it seems like right now, Scanlan, Sam and Travis are more of the fun reactionary. And maybe that's based on their characters.
Travis is highly intelligent, and you kind of have to be able to do it with a dumb character what he does all the time.
Yeah.
And that's why Jeff's so damn good at it too, is because Jeff's very, very intelligent human. And there's a reason we call him genius.
Yeah. No shit, right?
In the second campaign, like there are moments that he was like, I've seen interviews where I've been frustrated because I'm dumb and I won't, like, Travis knows what the answer is and what we should go do, but Grog would never know that, so I don't say anything.
Oh.
So I'm gonna play someone in the second campaign who's got a positive intelligence.
And that's another thing that I find funny is that Travis/Grog is willing to, like, he just says, Grog runs in there, and he just does, like, he's impulsive, and I love that because there's been a couple of times that's made me laugh. He's like, and like Grog charges out, like, you told him to, so he did. Like, it's done. That's what we're doing.
Yep. What was the line? There's did you get to the I have an intelligence of 6, I know what I'm doing? He says, Travis says that at one point. I know it's early on.
Yeah, I kind of remember that. I don't remember what it was in regards to. But there was one where he was doing an investigation check, or a recall knowledge, a history check, and he rolled like a nat 20.
Yeah.
And he had he says whatever. He's like, what did I say? Like, did I black out?
Exactly.
That kind of feeling. Those things, like, really make me laugh too, just because they're like, yeah, I want to try this, and then he rolls like really well. Or like
exactly.
when
that's why it's like, go ahead and roll, even if your stat stinks, because like you roll a nat 20, there's an unwritten like player DM. There's a lot of DMs that will just say, hey, a nat 20 is a success. On skill checks, it's not supposed to be. It's only in combat that it's a critical success.
Mm-hmm.
When you're swinging your weapon. Excuse me.
Yeah.
On skill checks, it just completely goes off the number. That's why you'll start seeing Matt at some point. He goes, well, what's your bonus added to that? Because it's a skill check. You don't automatically succeed. So.
That's interesting, because not that I actually read the D&D manual, but that's good to know.
Yeah.
But yeah, even some of those, like the Laura Bailey. Who's the cleric? That's
Ashley Johnson.
Ashley Johnson. I keep saying Laura Bailey because she's in that spot at the top.
You do know she's the voice of Ellie in The Last of Us, right?
Yes, I found that out. I was like, no shit. Like, I found out like some of the voices done in some of the stuff I've watched. I was like, no shit.
Have you ever played Infamous Second Son?
Yes, but I didn't necessarily play a lot of it. What's that?
You don't need to play a lot of it. Travis is his older brother.
Oh, okay.
It's so wild after watching so much Critical Role to go back to that game, and it's like, holy cow, I cannot hear his brother now. That's Travis. It is wild. So that's a fun one.
Yeah,
and then every once in a while I'll catch something. I'm like, is that? I'm going to IMDb and I'm like, it is cool.
Yeah, the Ellie one blew the Ellie one blew my the Ellie one blew my mind.
Yeah, the whole cast is in The Last of Us Part 2.
Or no, not the Ellie. The
Abby.
The Abby one blew my mind. I was like, what?
Yep. The whole cast is in there. They're all in the Wolf Camp in Seattle. Like when you're walking around the stadium, there's a conversation happening between like 6 people. It's the cast of Critical Role. It's Matt and Marisha and
that's hilarious.
Allison and Travis, and they're all there talking. Like it's just something you walk by and walk through. But it's so funny because I was playing. I'm like, I know they're in the game somewhere, and then suddenly I heard Matt, and I'm like, oh wait a minute, here I'm going there. Yep, here they are. Oh, that's fun.
That's funny. Yeah, I think one of the real cool things that I really wish I had the talent for is being able, like, the voices that Matt uses.
Yeah.
Like, just on the fly, being able to switch.
You've seen Victor now, right? Victor the powder merchant? Oh, you'd remember.
Is he the one where
Percy goes to buy the black powder from him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he goes, yeah.
I knew it was for something.
Yes, that was funny. I was trying to remember because I remember the situation. I could not remember the voice.
Yeah. Matt has one of my favorite things with Matt is every new town. It's like, oh, what is the merchant here? Like, if there's a merchant, please go shopping and because Matt's got such a great mind. The first major merchant in campaign 2 is another classic that goes right along with Victor. And then there is another merchant later in campaign 2 that is just freaking like, where does your mind come up with this stuff, sir? Please. And then his voices, and more than his voices, the sound effects he makes.
Like with the dragons, like with the dragons talking, like he gives it this guttural, like.
Well, and he does this insectoid. That's the word I'm looking for. This insectoid like screeching at one, and it's like, what the was that? And like just uncorking a bottle of wine and pouring it. Like he does that very well. Mm-hmm. There's a clip of him doing that, and Liam going,
yeah.
And then one moment they walk in a room and it's like a record player starting up, and just to hear Matt do it is what?
I think one of the funny things, and this is just something that caught me was Liam. Like Matt was talking and Liam just goes, Matt, I love you. He just like stops and Matt's like thanks, and kind of talks. He's like, oh no, goes, you're really good at this.
Yeah.
And Matt's like, thanks.
Yeah.
He's like, well, then, what would you like to do? He's like, that's it. That's all I had.
Yeah. Or there's a moment where they come across some NPC and Liam's like, I'm just going to be over here trying not to break character.
Yeah. Some of those
super fun.
Some of those laughter moments where the entire table breaks.
Oh yeah.
Are like Liam's laughter is so catching.
Oh yeah, absolutely. There is Liam and Sam they're best friends. That's the whole thing exists kind of because of Liam's birthday.
Yeah, they were talking about that. I think that's one of the earlier episodes. They were talking about that.
Go listen to, go back and find the All Work No Play podcast. I believe it's episode 4. It's Liam and Sam. They even brought it back.
Yeah, they said they were bringing it back. I think around episode 20 or something. I thought they said they were bringing it back.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna look this up right now. We're doing it live.
Yeah,
we're doing it live.
We're doing it live. All work, no play. Critical Role. Because they did bring it back and they did do it, and it is. Let's see. That's not the one I want though. Let's do a wiki. Because there are two podcasts. There's the podcast before and the podcast after. And it's really fun to listen to the two of them talk about it. Legacy podcasts. Here we go.
Yeah, the only one I see is All Work, No Play, Critical Role.
Art of Zen Screaming. Oh, ba.
Like this goes back to 2012, like episode 1, 2012, episode 2, 2012. And this goes up to 2020. August 4th, 2020.
I'm looking for it. It was a let's see. I got this. I'll figure this out. This is great.
Yeah, and you can get it to me later too. I mean, I subscribe to the one. I think that going back to the cast, the laughing and the joking.
Yeah.
Like the moment like there's moments where you actually have to watch to get more enjoyment out of it, because watching like Scanlan do stuff or watching as Liam is doing something and like Travis has to put his head down and cover his mouth and like almost hide because he's laughing so hard. Like that stuff is so infectious.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely is. There's so much of it. I found it. It's episode 2 and 3. Episode 2 is prior to their first session playing, and episode 3 is after. So it's fun to listen to those.
Okay, so back in 2012 is episode 2. Like literally All Work, No Play episode 2.
December 19th, 2012 and January 19th, 2013. Those 2 episodes. The way back at the start of things.
I'll start listening to that. Because that's not video, so I can just listen to that while I do other stuff.
Yeah. It's really, really wild to look and see everything they've done and how far they have come. Like the Legend of Vox Machina show was a Kickstarter thing. And up until Brandon Sanderson did his Kickstarter, it was the most successful Kickstarter on Kickstarter, period.
Not shocking at all, considering how fast and how furious the show blew up within the first 10 episodes of season of this initial campaign. Like it's, man, and I was talking to Pat about this yesterday too, about just how it must have been, it hit at the time where people must have been looking for this.
It was very much a
like they caught that fire right as it was smoldering.
There was a perfect storm that happened. 5e launching and being by far the most consumable version of Dungeons and Dragons that had ever been made, and them getting out there, coming off of, because this is 2013. We were done with The Hobbit at that time. We were done with Lord of the Rings. We were done with Harry Potter. People wanted a fantasy thing, and everything in the theater at that point was starting up Marvel. All the Marvel stuff was in full roar, and all the fantasy stuff kind of went away. So that audience for that wanted to go somewhere. And I have a feeling it's part the 5e release, and it's part just them being wildly charismatic people and very good at what they do.
That makes a
and Matt
big
being an incredible
difference.
DM.
Yeah, that makes a big difference. But also, they went onto a channel with, Felicia Day at that time. Was and still is, her channel is Geek and Sundry. Like she has always been kind of out there in the maker space doing stuff, and so I think that helped too. Going onto an established channel, to where there was already the nerd group.
Like, and it really was kind of a perfect storm, because when you think about it, they're all the nerds knew them from voices from animes and video games, and just a perfect just collision of stuff to set them up for success. Yeah, and then on top of that, they all work in voiceover and directing, and so they all knew how to do various things and stepped up into roles and started doing stuff for Geek and Sundry, and then at some point went, wait a minute, we are carrying this. Do we want to carry it beyond, or do we want to do our own thing? And they broke away.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, and I mean, that's the dream, right? That is literally the dream of pretty much anybody. Making money and being successful at something you absolutely love to do.
Yeah. It's been really wild to watch. And now I've watched all of campaign 1. I remember where I was the night of the finale. I was drawing a map for my campaign. I remember the exact map I was drawing. I was drawing a map of a castle on a sky island where they were going to fight a white dragon, and it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool moments to think back on. Think about all that and how that went in line, and then the start of campaign 2 and how that started and where that went, and then the EXU when they announced that between campaign 2 and campaign 3 and started bringing in other DMs and having all those little 4 and 8 adventure stories that are all still within Exandria, and telling those stories. And then now having gone through campaign 3 fully, and I haven't watched all of campaign 3, and I haven't watched all the EXU stuff. There's some of it I haven't watched, but some of it I have. Like, which one is it? The first one Brennan did was absolutely blew my mind, and when they said he was going to be the DM for campaign 4, I'm like, oh, okay, this is going to be completely different and amazing. And campaign 4 so far, like these first 4 episodes, this overture, holy hell, I don't know, and it may be recency bias, and I'll figure that out in, I don't know, 6 months or so, if it was or not. But I don't know if I've enjoyed 4 episodes in a row as much as I have since the Briarwood arc. Like, anytime anyone asks me to recommend like where to start, I usually tell them to start about episode 24 of campaign 1.
I can see that.
Unless you're in it for the long haul, start with the Briarwood arc. I can explain to you what happened prior to this. And then start there, because that whole arc, I love that arc so much. Everything that happened there, Scanbo doing the Rambo and turning into the Triceratops and everything in that building and letting it on fire and stuff.
He was a fly, and then he turned into a Triceratops and landed on top of the guy's head. Yeah.
That whole thing, I was like, damn. I love that so much. The campaign 4 is blowing my mind. The stuff Brennan is doing is changing the way I think about DMing.
You know, it's funny. You said that about campaign 1. He's like, because you were like, when I first started, you're like, I learned a lot from campaign 1. And I understand what you're saying, because there's ways that I know. I mean, I've done it just a couple of times, so I mean I'm obviously super fresh at it. But like the things that he's doing, that Matt's doing, is very intriguing, and I need to not rush through things. Like just descriptions, writing stuff down. Coming up with the thing I'm going to do. I'm going to follow some of his DM tips. I'm going to, write
His
down
DM
a list of
videos
names.
back in the day were phenomenal.
Yeah. Like it's something as simple as writing down and having a list of names. So if somebody goes somewhere you don't expect, you can just grab a name.
Yeah.
And just.
One of the best DM tips I got on that DM tips show that had Satine, Phoenix, and Matt. I think Satine took over for Matt when Matt stopped because Critical Role became bigger.
Mm-hmm.
But there was an episode with Satine and Taliesin Jaffe, and Taliesin gave me one of the best tips ever as far as doing voices. He's like, take the 7 dwarfs. So you have 7 voices there. Okay? Imagine what happy, grumpy, sneezy, dopey, Doc, sleepy, and
happy,
Clyde,
slappy, dopey.
Yeah, all of them. So you take the 7 dwarfs, and then you have them all in your normal register. Then you have them all in a lower register. And then you do them all in a higher register. There, you have 21 voices. And then you can write what dwarf in high, medium, or low next to their name so you know what voice to make for them. And I'm like, jeez, that's... wow. And you can see that's littered all over my campaign notes from campaign 1 is happy, high. Dopey, low. Okay. Well, what do you need then? Stuff like that. It's easy. And then I started going, okay. And then I just started adding age ranges to those as well. And just breaking my voices up. Just trying to go for like an old, high-pitched sneezy. How you doing there, sonny? Sorry about that. I'm a little clogged up here. And I was like, yeah, I never thought about doing voices that way. That means I was trying to make a voice based on a different character. And it's like, no, give the voices qualities that you think of when you're doing them. And that may be more of a voice acting tip than a thing, but they're all voice actors. So
yeah, I mean,
I can run with it.
Yeah. But going back to that learning, like there's a lot of stuff that I know for a fact that I just need to improve on with the way I do stuff. And I hope I can remember to pull some of that into, whenever I start mine.
I think the biggest thing for me, the thing that threw me off in the beginning was setting DCs for tasks.
Mm-hmm.
When I wanted you to roll a skill check, setting a DC for it. And I really like what Brennan does. Brennan gives you the DC specifically. He's like, here's your DC for it. Hit this. Which brings a lot of tension to some rolls. Because sometimes he's going, the DC on this is 28, guys.
Well, and it makes it less arbitrary because you're telling them ahead of time.
Yeah, exactly. And it feels like you're being more upfront with your players. And I feel I could do that and gain some table trust that way. I mean, granted, we have a good dynamic and you guys trust me and I trust you as a DM. So it's like not a thing you have to worry about a ton when we're close friends like this. But it is really neat to watch the tension he can create through it. And that's something I'd like to do.
Yeah. Now, on the flip side of that, without giving a DC, I like the way Matt does it by not saying you succeed or fail, but by going, okay, and then explaining and letting them figure out whether they succeeded or failed.
Yeah.
That's fun too, because then when the realization of what they did hits them, it's kind of that extra punch,
Well, Brennan is really good. He's doing things in campaign 4. Like, he's like, make a history check. 15 will get you some of it. 20 will get you more of it. 25 will get you all of it.
Yep.
And it's like, whoa. Well, hell. I feel like I need to plan a little better.
Yeah.
But we all can't be professional DMs.
No. And you know what? Maybe in 5 years when we've done it more and we've figured out our own way of doing things, maybe. Who knows? Sometimes it might just click, like anything else.
The biggest thing, looking at all your players, and if they're smiling and laughing, or they're tense and
invested,
not liking, invested. If they're invested, you're doing it right.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, so much fun. There's been some hella moments that, like, Brennan has said some stuff off the top or done some things off the top at the beginning of campaign 4 where my DM mind goes, you can do that? Okay. Okay, then. I guess so. It was very reminiscent to that. I was watching Acquisitions Incorporated at one point, and Chris Perkins looked at Pat Rothfuss and said, he was asking about how much damage would a bladed chandelier do, like a welded bladed chandelier do if it fell on someone. And he was getting suggestions from the audience. There was a bunch of people calling out and stuff, and he kind of shrugs, and at one point he just looks at Pat and he goes, "I'll tell you what, Pat. Roll all your dice." Now, they had standard sets of 7 dice up there. He's like, roll all your dice, add them together. That's what it does. Wow. You can just do that? And then I'm like, you can.
You can literally
it says so on the first page of the book that you're in charge.
It's a guide. It's not the rules.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think that's where my head goes. Like when I do my stuff, there have been.
You want to be by the book.
What's that?
You want to be by the book?
No, because I've never read the book.
Read it specifically, yeah.
I kind of do what I want. Like, I try to keep it within the realm of doing things, not necessarily the proper way.
Yeah.
But like I
don't
care.
Is,
like, it's the rule for me. It's the rule of fun. It's the rule of cool.
Oh, yeah.
If I don't want to hamper something because a spell says you have to do it that way.
Rules.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There is if you want to DM, you need to understand how the character sheet works. You need to understand how the stat blocks work for the creatures,
mm-hmm.
and then just the 2 hit to the AC and the damage dice after that if they do hit, mm-hmm. and then know how to set a difficulty rating. Just understanding that 1 through 5 is trivial, 5 through 10 is like normal, 10 through 15 is moderate, 15 to 20 is hard, 20 to 25 is difficult, and then impossible, 25 to 30.
Mm-hmm.
If you understand that skill, that it just goes from in 5 increments up. And then if you want to get really nerdy about it, go in and start looking at the mathematics of it. Strip away all the game and everything, and the rolling of the dice, and how important the number 8 is to the D20, and then the +5 through your proficiency bonus by the end. How you get better from being like all your shit being 8, and then ending up +5 through that proficiency bonus, just making your character. It's really eloquent, honestly. It's very nicely done, and there's a reason why it's still going. Even though all the shit they put people through.
Yeah, I mean, that's something to where the product is better than the company that's owning it.
Yes, absolutely. Daggerheart is 2d12 for the players,
Is it?
which puts it on a bell curve. So when the players do anything, they roll 2d12. And if you roll doubles, that's a critical success. But then it makes it a bell curve, so the stuff on the low end and high end don't happen as frequently. So there's neat ways to do mathematics to make those systems function the way they do. It's super cool. I enjoy it a lot.
That's interesting. I suck at math, and math does not intrigue me in the slightest. But yeah.
I will admit to watching videos about mathematics of gaming systems.
Oh, nerd.
Yeah, oh yeah. Big nerd. It intrigues me. I mean, like, if it didn't intrigue me, I wouldn't do it.
Yeah. I mean, for sure.
A lot of that, I watched a lot of that when trying to write my own and brainstorm my own gaming system. I want to break it down. I want it to be a fair system. I want it to work when I go forward with it. So I did a lot of studying of the systems, D20s, like the 2D12s, the percentile dice systems, trying to figure out how all those worked and what was the functioning mathematics within it that made it work so that you had a functional game when you were done.
Mm-hmm. You know, and it's going back to Critical Role. This just popped in my head. You know, there's something we've been talking about how much we love it, and there's been a couple of things where it's just like, you know, the whole, you know, the whole Orion thing off to the side. There's sometimes where it's, you know, they're trying to do stuff, and then Keyleth, Marisha, like, doesn't know how any of her stuff works, or
Keyleth. I'm telling you right now, it's Keyleth. She bugged the shit out of me in campaign 1 so much. And I'm like, ugh. I don't like Keyleth as a character. I never liked her. I thought it was Marisha, and I was so happy in campaign 2 when I realized it was Keyleth and how Marisha was playing it.
Okay.
Because Bo is such a fucking badass. I love her so much. And Laudna, like, I love every character Marisha's put forward.
Okay.
Other than Keyleth.
That's interesting. Okay. Yeah, because there's some of those times where, like, I think it's just, I don't know if she just wasn't paying attention, and this is some of the more recent episodes, to where she doesn't know, like, how the spells work, like, she doesn't actually read what the spell does, and so she gets all flustered.
Well, there is a fair amount. Well, and this is one of the things that blows my mind about Christina, Dave's wife.
Mm-hmm.
Druid's one of the most complicated classes to play. That spell list is massive.
Yeah,
they have their shape shifting. They can summon creatures.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there is a lot of different rule sets and systems you need to learn to play a druid.
True.
And Christina came in and did it flawlessly.
Mm-hmm.
And I think part of that is that, like, coping with the success, added pressure to, because you are streaming,
I suppose,
and becoming more popular.
Yeah,
people would go after Matt and say, "Hey, you didn't do this right." Mm-hmm. And so there's a lot of pressure on them to try and get the rules right.
Yeah.
At about the point you're at, honestly.
Yeah, and that's one of those things too. And I've noticed it more because, like, even Matt has been like, gotta read your spell, gotta read it. Like, what does it say?
Why do you think I ask you to read it all the time?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What does it say specifically? Because there are keywords within the phrases. It's like Magic the Gathering.
Mm-hmm.
It's all keyworded. Every word means something.
Yeah. May and will are two different things.
Yes, exactly. So.
And I guess, you know, that makes sense, having the extra pressure and you have to, and I have to remember too that this is a new system for them because they were playing Pathfinder.
You'll hear them say early on, there's some Pathfinder stuff they say.
Yeah, like, and there's some stuff that I found interesting in the earlier episodes where they're talking about, you know, with 5e, it takes all of your movement to stand up. I was like, what? You know, and then as they went through, like, they corrected it, like, it's half movement to stand. There was some stuff I think they were doing like flanking bonuses at one point.
Yep. It's like there's some flanking here. Sorry.
Yeah, and there's a couple of things to where, and then once they said that they were coming from Pathfinder, I was like, oh, okay.
That makes sense now.
Yeah, and
Pathfinder First Edition,
and it's interesting because when we first started, and as we go through, like that makes me feel so much better that even
there's a learning curve to the game.
Even these people who have made a career out of this now, when they started out or when they were transitioning, we're doing the same stupid bullshit that I'm doing.
Yeah. Yep.
And even the stream, the audio on the stream, like I think back to when we started and we were having audio issues and all that.
Yeah.
I think back to that, I'm like, God, that's normal. Like that actually happens to people.
Yeah. It's learning how to stream, learning how to do a setup. I mean, think back 5 years, Tom. Would you have been able to whip up a 2-man setup as quickly as you did? Like you had that done in 10 minutes this morning.
No.
Never would have gotten that done back then.
I would have set it up and I would have created a whole new thing and I would have fucked up the audio and I would have, like, half of the stream would have been just muted and nobody would have been here to tell us.
Yeah.
Which, some of the tips and tricks I've learned is to listen to my own stream as we start up so I know if we're muted.
Yeah.
Or if somebody's loud and somebody's quiet. It's all learning. It's all learning curve. It's all. I think back to where we started, John, and I just shake my head.
I don't shake my head. I
like I'm impressed. Like
Tom,
I'm happy with where we've come.
What we have done, like you and I specifically, between talking 1265 and now this. And all the little side things that just died on their own death after like 10 episodes. I absolutely love this. I don't know if I've had a more fun reaction to someone asking me to teach them D&D.
Yeah.
Like when you came to me in that moment, I'm like, well, the world's going to hell. We're all going to be stuck inside here. What can we do? What can we look forward to? And then you're like, hey, I think it's time for me to learn D&D. Do you want to stream it? Yes. Let's go. Let's do this. It was so good. So much fun.
I don't think that could have came at a better time either.
Yeah.
Because it was something I was rolling around in my head. And it wasn't full pandemic yet because
it was still a month or two before.
Yeah.
COVID was a thing, but it hadn't been locked down yet.
Yeah, it was like, oh, people are getting sick. It could be this, could be that. COVID's kind of hitting around. And Ben and I were hanging out. Was it Ben? Yeah, Ben and I were hanging out, and then we came to, you guys were playing D&D at your house. At your mom's house, right?
Yeah, oh, I remember that night. Yes.
And then, I think either that day or the day after I went out and bought like a bunch of dice and some fucking figures. I was like, I'm fucking in. And at that point, I think I was like, I think this is going to be a good decision.
Yeah, that was in December of that year, in December 2019. I remember that. I remember that campaign. I got up after that campaign, after we ran that session that night, I got up and I gave Ryan a hug. Because what we went through emotionally in that one, like Ryan used his dad voice. It was wild. Like the whole table was like, whoa, we've never heard Ryan talk like that before. That's wild.
Like angry dad voice?
Yeah. Angry dad voice. And it was, and I think I gave Christina a hug that night too, because there was some conflict that night, like party and internally. And also I left that night, like the capital city had gotten torn up from the ground and pulled into Avernus, which was fun.
Yeah.
Just have a giant portal to hell open up above the city, and like spikes come out of the portal into the ground, like fucking chains and 10 feet in diameter, and into the ground, and just pull and lift the city up. So fun.
It is fun, and I think back to where we started, and I laugh because I died 5 minutes into episode 1, and you're like, well,
I was prepared for that,
and you're like, well, I guess Ellie's coming in a little sooner than she had intended.
Yeah, I was gonna have her meet you in town.
I laughed. I was like, well, I guess I'm dead. Well, there goes that.
Yeah.
And even all the stupid shit, like the dice. And that's one of the things I love too, is that I love to make a decision and roll the dice and then bounce off a window as a rogue. Like trying to dive, like trying to be super cool, trying to do stuff, and just utterly
a lot of fun
failing or succeeding.
There is really part of me that really, really would like to go back and run another like book story like that. Like running the Rime of the Frost Maiden was a lot of fun, and maybe at some point we do that.
Yeah, that was a blast. And then getting Jeff and Ryan involved just enhanced that story.
Mm-hmm.
I think that really is because it was fun. It was fun with just me and you. Like that was a blast. Like just learning and doing and just.
I think it worked out very well because Ryan and Jeff knew stuff, and I think had they come in immediately, it might have been, I don't know, more intimidating, or not that you get intimidated by stuff, but more
less learny.
Wouldn't have felt that, less learny, and maybe less, I don't know. I'd like to think that we'd say, here, come here. We'll teach you how to do this all. But yeah, I felt better getting you going and knowing and stuff, and then going, hey, let's add some more people so you can see what this is like with people.
Yeah, because it gave me
instead of just me.
20 sessions before they popped in, I think, something like that. And so that gave us essentially 20 sessions of this is how you play essentially D&D. And now we have 2 new people jumping in to help learn, but also just to have fun because A, they're our friends, and B, it's fun with more people.
Yeah, for sure. Crixus, Doc, and Aaron. That was a fun party.
Yeah, and then Aaronon melted, and I ended up bringing in my Aarakocra.
Yeah, climbing up a dragon's ass is tactical.
Oh, there's so many funny moments in that, man.
There's a lot of like the dragon, the whole thing with the inn, the fucking Mogwai. What the fuck were they called? The little dudes. Mm-hmm. With the lantern and everything, and then going and fighting in the Dwarven palace, the Yukon Cornelius. The prison you guys visited. Interesting fact. The prison, do you remember going to the prison looking for where they had the anti-magic field inside the prison, and you knocked on the door and you gave them fake names?
Yeah.
That prison you were at is the prison that the Bard is in the beginning of the movie.
Oh.
That's the same place.
Oh, shut up. Really? That's funny.
Yeah. Yeah, because that's in the adventure, and then they mentioned the name of it, and I'm like, wow, cool.
We went there.
We were there. So, yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's a good time. I would love to run another adventure at some point. I'm going to be doing some of the Tales of the Yawning Portal for the Wednesday night group, which will be fun.
Yeah,
we had started the one, which is what I'm going to run. First is... I forget the name of it now. It's my old man mind.
Yeah, the one I'll be running for you guys, and this is something I wanted to talk to you about too, because I have no idea how long the one I'm going to do. This is bigger than anything I've done before. Everything I've done before have been just like little one shots. But I think this is going to be the equivalent of all 4 of those one shots put together, is what it kind of feels like.
Okay.
Yeah. But the
How
one
many
I'm
pages
running,
is it, do you know?
what's that?
How many pages is it, do you know?
I have the book right here.
Hey, how about that? You can look.
So it's called Jekyll or Hyde.
Oh, cool.
It's from Weird Sisters Publishing out of Appleton, believe it or not. I kickstarted like 3 or 4 of their things without recognizing them from Appleton.
I've heard of them before.
Yeah. So it is, it's a book.
Yeah.
But it has all the maps and NPCs and stuff in the back. So it's 204 pages.
Okay.
With all the maps. The story goes to... the story probably goes to like 140. Yeah, the conclusion's 138. So there's 4 acts to it. It is super intriguing. Right now I'm preparing we're using D&D Beyond. So
I'm reading it.
I'm reading it, but I'm also adding all of the NPCs and all of the monsters to D&D Beyond as homebrew.
Yeah.
So I can throw them in and use their stat blocks and do all that.
Cool.
So I'll be able to roll with the monsters. I have like icons, so they'll have their own icons.
Nice.
Yeah, the whole thing I kickstarted has like maps, like VTT maps, like different versions of maps, like audio, like ambient music, stuff like that. So I'll be able to throw in like the ambient music. I'll have that all set up. So it's a full like kickstarting this, is a full, like it's a full setup. Like if we wanted to use like an actual VTT, like they have different maps for Roll20 for all that. So it's actually really cool.
You can upload the maps into.
Oh, I did.
I was gonna say.
Oh, I did. Some of them are actually motion. Like, so when we go into a couple of them, you'll see like kind of some of the lights flickering and stuff. So that's gonna be really cool.
Oh no shit.
Uh-huh.
Cool. That'll be fun.
They're set as video, like WMVs, I think, or MP4s, one of the two. So that's pretty dope. That AD&D Beyond allows that now, the motion.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
So to me, like, it doesn't have to be a full-on VTT, kind of like what we were trying to do before, or what I was trying to do before. But even just like the motion on the map, I think is kind of a fun thing.
For me, Owl Bear Rodeo and D&D Beyond's tabletop are that's what you need. I don't need more than that. I don't want more than that, honestly. Like larger systems. And I'm more comfortable with Fantasy Grounds now, but it's still a lot. It's like trying to figure out where things are and what things are. And there's so much of it that is programmed by other people within it. So it's like, okay, so they program this. So how is this supposed to work?
Yeah.
When I click this button, does it apply the stealth? When I click this button, does it apply the extra damage from this? There's questions when doing stuff, and then every time it updates, the people got to update it. So I was like, yeah, okay. I'd rather just have something that's pretty straightforward.
The one I was using with you guys for that one shot thingy was Foundry.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was a lot of fun, but I don't know how it all works. So trying to run it with you guys, that's definitely a learning curve. But once you actually figure it out, there's a lot of stuff you can do with it, which is a lot of fun. But it's also a lot of work.
Yeah. Yeah.
For us and for the players, because the players have to figure out their character sheet. Are they doing it right? Are they clicking it right? So you with something like that, you almost have to have an entire table of people who are willing to spend several hours learning. And that's just, that's as fun as it would be to have your characters going around and having walls and not being able to see through walls and being able to hide and actually hide. That would be awesome. But it's just, there's so much involved with it that it's not necessarily feasible for what we do.
Yeah. Yeah. It is really the ones I have used, and Foundry was better, I felt, than Fantasy Grounds. They aren't elegant enough. They're clunky. And that's the problem I have with them. Is that they're is clunky and you see the insides of the machine and you have to fiddle with the insides of the machine to get them to work right.
Yeah.
Don't want to fiddle with the insides of the machine.
Yeah, you just want to load it.
There's a reason I have a Mac and I do all my gaming on a console. I don't want to fiddle with shit like that anymore. I did that when I was young. I'm too old for that shit now.
I'm too old for
I'm
that
officially, shit. I'm officially declaring my grumpy old man status when it comes to stuff like that.
You're on Murtaugh status. I'm too old for that shit.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's kind of what I'm doing. So I'm preparing for my campaign. It's 4 acts, and this will be something I talked to you guys about, before we start. Is it's going to be different because it's going to be very investigation heavy.
Oh,
like
yeah.
You're almost going to have a different thought process as opposed to this is what I'm doing. You kind of have to. There's some really cool mechanics with it. That's going to be interesting.
It's like running an insanity mechanic, or like playing Wild Beyond the Witchlight. You can play through the entirety of Wild Beyond the Witchlight, speaking of books, adventures, without fighting anything.
Mm-hmm.
Like that whole adventure is made to be a social one.
Yeah.
So
like this has some.
You can fight stuff, but
yeah, like this has some nighttime mechanics, some fog mechanics. It has like factions, so you have to deal with some factions and like upper class society kind of stuff. So it's there's quite a bit to it, and it's it's not a lot, but it's kind of like almost like expanding. Like for me, it's a lot because it's beyond what I've had to prepare for.
Yeah,
but
having campaign specific rules and stuff for situations, and those happen. I mean, we've had them in Dave's campaign, and we change them occasionally.
Yeah, and once I read through the book and I understand how everything works, it's going to be I'll adapt it to what I want to do. And I'll adapt it to make it, if I come across something that I don't think is going to be fun, I'll adapt it to make it more fun. But there are some things I definitely want to see happen.
That's true.
So
keep in mind with those things, if we don't stumble into them in the moment, you can always pocket them for later.
Oh yeah, for sure. There's like this is.
I've done that before. I'm like, I got this really cool thing, and they went left. Mm-hmm. All right, well, let's put that back here in the further back in the adventure and close that up.
The nice thing with this is it's confined to one city. Like there's no actual going around the country. It's just it's in like there's a specific thing that's happening that has to be dealt with.
Yeah, and Dave's whole campaign that he's ran has been in basically a walled city. The furthest we went to was there are 4 farms that surround the city. And that is literally the furthest we got away from this one massive city. So it's been really neat that way.
Yeah, and this will be a higher level than. No, I take that back. This because you'll be starting out at level 6 on this one.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I'll be carrying you through 6. You'll go from 6 to 9 by the end.
Perfect.
Yeah, because you'll start depending upon how it works. I mean, it may be less depending upon how you guys play and how you run through it. But you'll definitely gain some levels. So this will be kind of a fun higher level because I think the other stuff I've done have been much lower levels.
Oh, I think I know what I'm doing already. I have my character concept because I have a character I'm doing in our next Dave's campaign, what that group's doing next. I have that character already. And I have a character concept. Now that I've done a monk, I really enjoyed playing Ono.
Yeah.
And I do want to go back to playing a monk at some point, but I have this idea that I really, 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 really like, and you'll see when we play.
Yeah, I've been thinking about like what do I want to do next.
I will just say this: I will be a barbarian. So, I'm going to be a barbarian.
Nice. Are you talking about for the one I run?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, it'll be a good time. It'll be
like everything you were saying. Everything you were saying about it, I'm like, yep, no, this is the adventure form. That like this is wild. That I'm hearing you talk about this adventure. I'm like, nope, this is where I play this character. That I'm like, because I've had the concept. I'm like, I don't know if that'll fit in. I gotta find the right game for him, and this seems like this might be the right game for him. So I'm very excited.
Good. Yeah. I mean, I hope so. It should be good. It'll be a fun time. It'll be entertaining to say the least.
always. That's why we play, to be entertained.
But yeah, I've thought about characters I want to do, and you know, I haven't played a barbarian yet. I haven't been a bard yet. Bard is intriguing to me, but
I haven't found a good. I had one that I kind of liked, and then the more I thought about it, the more I'm like, I don't care for that idea so much. Otherwise, I would have been a bard in this next campaign. For me, a lot of times it's finding a character concept that I like. Like,
yeah,
I need to like the character, and sometimes. Like, I'll have a great character idea, and it's like, nope, no, they can't be a bard. They can't be a barbarian. They can't be this. They can't be that.
Like, I feel like...
I need you to fill time. I gotta run for a second.
Right. So, I feel like when I choose my characters, I don't want to do, like, the classic... Like, I'm thinking of bard, and I don't want to be like, oh, he's the horny bard. He's going to try and sleep with everything this side of the sun. And he's going to manipulate people. I kind of want to do something different, and that's the same with the barbarian. You know, I don't want to be Mr. Dumb. I carry a giant club. I too dumb to do anything. You know, I want to do something different. So, like barbarian, I kind of want to do like maybe. And I don't know, maybe this wouldn't work. Maybe I need to think it through and kind of develop some characters. But like a low strength, high intellect barbarian would be really kind of, I don't know, it would be weird. But it would also be, I think it would be a little bit of a different flavor. Maybe making a bard that doesn't have a lot of charisma. You know, maybe they have a lot of... You know, maybe it's a bard that wants to be a rogue, so he doesn't have a lot of charisma, but he really likes to, you know, do the sneaky. I'm talking kind of, John, about doing things that aren't your stereotypical, like having a low strength, high intelligence barbarian, or like a non-horny bard.
Yeah. One thing I always kind of wanted to do was to have a good boy rogue. Like he's a good kid. Mm-hmm. He understands locks. He was the son of a locksmith or something like that.
He doesn't like to steal. So like he's not trying to steal everything.
He's not trying to steal. He just understands locks. Yeah. He's not trying to steal anything. He's not trying to kill anyone. Mm-hmm. But he just happens to be really good at picking locks and hiding, and just have him be incredibly curious. And he knows he shouldn't do it, but sometimes he will unlock doors and go in places he shouldn't be because he's curious.
I thought about playing. So my barbarian idea kind of is the Bruce Banner Incredible Hulk. Like, he's mild mannered. He goes around, and then kind of a smart guy, but then he just loses his shit. Like, he can't control the Hulk inside of him.
It'd be fun. It'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I kind of have to come up with a, because obviously Bruce Banner not strong, Hulk incredibly strong, and you can't really do that. I don't know if there's a mechanic to where you can have your when you rage, your strength goes up and your intelligence goes down. Like, that would be an interesting subclass to create.
Yeah, I mean, and you could even just create something that it flips your stats.
Mm-hmm. Like, I like, that's something I wanna try and create, because you can create subclasses in D&D Beyond.
And then you could almost even get into a point where you're like multi-classing.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're an artificer or something like that.
Yeah. Like that's something that sounds cool. Fun to me.
I appreciate you filling time for me. Consequences of being up at 5 a.m. is I've drank nearly an entire pot of coffee so far.
I'm shocked I haven't had to pee yet. Yeah, I've had like 2 cups of coffee and some water. And although, to be fair, I didn't really drink anything yesterday. I had a couple of beers and I had a little bit of water, so I'm probably a little dehydrated.
A little dehydrated, and you're relying on coffee to rehydrate you?
Yeah. Oof. Isn't that great?
Oof. That's amazing. We were talking earlier, and you were talking about them learning the game and stuff. There was a podcast I was listening to about the same time called God's Fall. And in the beginning of that, like, he is highly editing his stuff, and he's got several different mics he's using and stuff. And he would edit in when he said something correct rules wise, it would go ding. But then when he said something wrong, it would go and it was just in there. He edited it in there when he was wrong about it. And it was a neat way for him to learn, and B, us to understand the game. Like, it was super helpful for me to learn certain things within it. And that story is very, very fun through I don't know, through the first 10 or 15 episodes. It's pretty good. Yeah.
I'm way too lazy to do stuff like that when I'm editing.
Yeah, all right.
I am.
Exactly.
I edit it, I make sure the levels are good, and then I throw it up there.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know a whole lot other than that. Did you want to talk about video games or movies or music or anything like that? Did you have anything pressing you wanted to talk about?
Sure, why not? Yeah. There's a couple of tours that are coming out. Let's see. There's a bunch of music news. Like, Trivium's got a new drummer for now.
So do the Foo Fighters.
The Foo Fighters. Josh Freese. Pat said Josh Freese is actually going to be touring with Weezer as their drummer.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Bad Omens is going out on tour with Beartooth and Presidents. They're not coming to Green Bay, though. I think Pat said the closest they're coming is like Chicago and Minneapolis, which sucks because I really want to see Bad Omens, and I loved, like, Beartooth was amazing in concert. I saw them with Trivium the first time I saw Trivium. They were a co-headlining tour, and I didn't really know much about Beartooth. I feel like that's a band you would really like, John. It's kind of half sing, half scream.
I've heard a bit of their stuff.
Yeah, they have some really good music.
Who I would really love to see, and I regularly look and just see, are they going on tour next year? Are they going to be anywhere near? Is Bring Me the Horizon.
Yes. I
love Bring Me the Horizon. I would love to see them.
I've been getting into them a bit more. Like, they were, like, I know who they are. I knew who they were, and you always hear the name, but it just wasn't ever on my radar as far as, like, I really should listen. But the more I listen to them and just the more stuff I hear, it's like, I why do I not listen to them more often?
I love the direction they're headed. Like their older stuff is really kind of heavy and screamy and metally, but the electronic metal crossover, kind of like industrial sounding, I love that they're headed that direction and fully actually they're there now. They're fully entrenched in that. It's such a cool thing. I love their album Emo. I started listening to them around That's the Spirit when Throne was on the radio.
Yeah, and that's the song I know most by them is because it's like, oh shit, yeah, I know that.
Yeah, there's one song on that album that where is it? Where's the track list for that album? Where is the track list for this album? There it is. Is it Happy Song? It must be
the Happy song.
Yeah.
And if I sing along, little goddamn
little fucking. Oh, maybe it's a different album that I'm thinking of.
Motionless in White is another band I started listening to a little bit more too.
I've heard of them.
Yeah,
I've heard of them.
That's one that I always thought was kind of like it was on my radar, never really listened to. But the more I listen to them, the more I like them as well. Like they're not all screamy either. I mean, trust me, I do love my screamy. But when you can combine it like Bring Me the Horizon, Motionless in White, Trivium, you have those bands that sing. Like it's not just a death metal scream the entire time. Like that's kind of my jam. Slipknot.
The song Wonderful Life on Emo. Actually, I love the whole Emo album. Wonderful Life, Medicine, Nihilist Blues, Mantra. Like all those fucking songs are so good by Bring Me the Horizon.
Yeah, and I think Pat's gonna go to Pussifer. He's really gonna do that. I think he's gonna get a hotel room, but I can't justify going down to Madison on a Wednesday night. Like that just.
And this is for me for Pussifer. No, I can't. I don't listen to them enough. Oh. They're not.
Yeah.
They're not one of those bands where I would
it's not
alter
a
my
schedule
and make.
Yeah. That's
exactly.
Yeah. Like Linkin Park was absolutely the way to do it.
I still fucking. That show was so damn good. I still cannot believe how awesome that show was. And for me now, that I'm running out of bands where I will move heaven and earth to see them because I'm seeing them all. I saw 311. I saw Linkin Park. I've seen Paul McCartney. I've seen Billy Joel. I like the list is getting smaller, and right now the only one that comes to the top of my mind is Tool.
Yeah,
If I could get a chance to see Tool, I would move my schedule to see Tool.
Yep. Tool, and so my thought at some point, and I gotta obviously figure out when, where, why, how, is when Tool plays a weekend, when they do like one of those festivals. Typically, Pussifer will play, A Perfect Circle will play, and Tool will play. So, like, in a weekend, you have a chance to see all three, oftentimes.
Yeah.
Or it's like A Perfect Circle and Pussifer. So you have, and I think that's going to be the best way for me to knock some of those out is to go to a festival and see that. But there are bands that. Yeah, there's not a lot of bands where I'm going to drive down to Milwaukee or over to Madison or Minneapolis. But there are bands, like my band list is growing for bands that I really don't want to miss when they come to town. like Ice Nine Kills.
Yes.
I will. Anytime they come to town, and I convinced my 16-year-old nephew, we showed him some music last night from Ice Nine Kills. He's like, "Oh, I'm kind of into this." Like, yeah, you are.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, that's a band that I will see anytime. Like, it doesn't matter how many times I've seen them, I will always go and see them. Like, Trivium is Trivium's that band. I would put.
You know what we need to do, Tom Norman? Because it's been a fucking long time. We just need to go see Dave Matthews.
I haven't seen Dave Matthews in.
Stand Up was the last album they released when I saw him. It was that tour.
Stacy and I went to Alpine Valley. Oh, I bet you it was maybe 10 or 15 years ago. We went and we ended up seeing Lori and Ben. If that tells you how long ago that was. We went both nights, and that was that might have been 2012-ish, 2000, like
somewhere around there.
That was the last time I saw them.
I would love to see them again. That would be one I'd love to see again.
Yeah,
that I've seen like three different times, but we should go do that, like, because I don't want to go alone.
Yeah.
At this point, and I would suffer Alpine Valley because I hate Alpine Valley as a venue, but I would suffer it with friends.
Yeah, I mean, Alpine Valley it's fine. The ideal would be Red Rocks or.
Oh God, yeah.
Like Red Rocks is.
Or the Gorge.
The Gorge, but Red Rocks is kind of on my bucket list of places to see a band, and Nine Inch Nails at Red Rocks is my ultimate bucket list, just because of the show they put on with the lights.
If Tool is at Red Rocks, that would be
that's that
would work too.
Yeah, that's a hands down no brainer bucket list item for me.
I would really like to see like Baby Metal, Amaranth. I would love to see Electric Callboy as well.
Oh my God,
that would be a lot of fun.
They're starting tour. They'll be on tour all next year, and they're going to be in the United States, but they're not coming. I think they might be going to Milwaukee.
Chicago.
I think it might be Chicago. I don't even think they're coming to Wisconsin, which kind of sucks.
Yeah, because my coworker's really into them. That was at the Ice Nine Kills concert, and she's like, "Yeah, they're coming to Chicago's the closest." I'm like,
yeah, and they're not. I mean, that would be a fun ass concert, but I'm not going to Chicago.
Oh, yeah. Yep. And then I have a handful of like, and I don't. It's such a rare thing that they even tour now. But I would love to see the Punch Brothers. I would love to see Nickel Creek, and none of that's metal. That's all folk stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Or even just Chris Thile if he showed up around here somewhere. I'm definitely gonna go see Gaelic Storm again.
They're fun.
I don't know why I waited so damn long to see them. I loved going to see them, and I will see them again.
They're fun. I got to see them. To Green Bay. They came up to when I was at Northern in college. I was bartending? I bartended that show. That was really good.
Nice. I was gonna say they tour extensively, so
yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of bands that, in general, like, it doesn't have to be metal. Like, that's just the genre I'm into right now. Like, yeah, I've always kind of been into some of the heavier stuff, like Tool, and I was listening to a lot of Godsmack and Linkin Park in early thousands. But like, there's a lot of bands out there that even, like, we just found out in some of our most recent, like The Funeral Portrait. I would absolutely see The Funeral Portrait again. I thought they were really good.
They were fun.
Yeah.
If not me.
If not for me.
If not for
my
me.
God, I would absolutely see them again.
If not for me, it was amazing. They were great. I would see them again on Heartbeat.
Malevolence, they opened up for Trivium. Like, I didn't even know about them. They're kind of a newer. They're a hardcore metal band, so like they're the ones where you go in the pit and people are doing like spin kicks and swinging their arms around. Like that's what they cater to. Like they pull people up on stage so they can stage dive. Like that's like if you watch their shows, you're like, Jesus Christ, I'm not getting anywhere near that pit. I do not want to be punched in the face. But I mean, that wasn't like that.
What's that? I was gonna say I'd love to see Furschwanz.
I don't know them.
They're a German group. It is adventure metal is what I call it.
Adventure metal.
Imagine Lord of the Rings, but German metal. It's epic. Like
I would love to see like some of those more niche, like who does the diggy hole, like the
Windrose, man. Would be great.
Like those would be so fun.
I would go see Ghost again if they came.
Oh, Ghost was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
That would be.
Ghost was a good time.
Yeah. Spirit Box.
I want to see Less Than Jake. Still kicking myself about that one. I would go see 311 again on Heartbeat. That show was amazing.
I would go with you to 311.
Would you really?
Yeah, just because I don't necessarily listen to them doesn't mean that I wouldn't go. Like
you can enjoy a live show. Yeah.
I love live music, and
yep,
I have watched some of their live stuff on YouTube, and I think that would be, even though I don't listen to the music, I think it would be a fun show.
Oh yeah,
it's not like I hate 311. I just don't listen to it. I just like to give you shit.
Yeah. I don't know that. I don't know that they tour, that they're even together, but I would see Hoobastank in a second. Me and Jason Isaac went and saw them at the Meyer when they came through, and that show was incredible.
I haven't
so good. My neck was so sore at the end of that one.
Heard from them in a hot minute.
Oh, it's been it's been a while. You know who's coming back doing stuff is Trapped.
Yeah.
I'm seeing him all over social media pushing, like, I think they got a new album coming sometime soon.
Yeah, I haven't heard good thing. It's tough for me because I have not heard good things about the lead singer. Or was it the lead singer? Maybe it was the band in general.
Oh, that's me and my relationship with the Lost Prophets.
Yeah, I don't listen to
because their lead singer is a piece of shit, and I will say that proudly until the day I die. That man deserves to be.
Is he the one that put out the Hit on His Wife?
No, he's the one that did stuff to very, very young children.
Oh, that guy. Yep, I know. There's one that there's some bands I will not see because.
Mm-hmm. You gotta draw a line somewhere.
Yeah,
I'd love to see Lawrence. I've seen some of Lawrence's live stuff now. I don't know if you know who they are.
I do not.
Kind of a funk blues, like horn section, keyboard, and a guitar, I think is what it is. It's a brother and sister. The brother plays the piano and she sings and he sings, and yeah, they do crazy fun stuff. Like, I love their album. What is it called? Family Business. Their song "What You Want" was probably the one you'd heard if you'd heard any of it.
Yeah.
But that whole album is really good. Song Hip Replacement. It's great.
Huh. Interesting. Yeah. There's like.
Yeah.
I'd
see Limp Bizkit.
I would see Limp Bizkit.
Limp Bizkit's one.
I would definitely see Limp Bizkit.
We've talked about that.
The Black Keys. I would love to see the Black Keys in concert.
Black Keys would be great.
I love the Black Keys. I would totally
go see Black Keys too. It's really funny because there's a lot of music I listen to that is not like, and I'm realizing it now as I'm rolling through all the artists in my iTunes.
Mm-hmm.
It is a lot of music that isn't like band music, that is like orchestrations and stuff and soundtracks of things.
There is a band, I don't know if I've ever talked to you about them before. They're called the Deer Hunter, like DEAR.
Oh, I think you have.
They have several albums, but they have like a 5 or 6 album story, like a full on.
Oh yeah, that's like 21 Pilots.
Yeah, but
I would go see 21 Pilots in a heartbeat too.
Yeah, like they made a comic book from like Act 1, Act 2, but it's like this whole storyline of all these. But the music is kind of like a rock / folk / I I don't know. They're really good. Like just they're. It started out with the lead singer and his mom like wrote the first album and his mom played on it and stuff, and his brother's in the band with him. Some of their stuff, but they have like 5, 6, 7 guys in the band, and it's really cool. A lot of it's really chill, but then they have some really good, for what the kids say, bangers out there.
Yeah.
I would absolutely see them if they came. Yeah. What about games? Video games? What are you playing? I don't know how long you want to talk this morning. I don't know what you got going on.
I got to do a bunch of yard work and clean in the oven and do touch-up paint in 2 apartments. And then run to the store at some point and take pictures of stuff to turn in with the report.
You want to talk for another 10, 15 minutes and call it a day?
Sure. That sounds
We'll hit up some video games and then we'll call it good.
Yeah. Video games for me, I've fallen into here are the 6 games I'm playing type thing. And that is Battlefield 6, FIFA 26, or EAFC 26, NHL 26, Skate. And that's the strangest damn thing. Dead by Daylight I play. But those 4 games, those are all EA games.
Mm-hmm.
And they're all incredibly good versions. Like, it's like they knew they were going to be trying to sell themselves.
Yeah, it's kind of like the player on their last year of their contract, so they make the Pro Bowl and they have like career years, and then they get a new contract.
Yeah.
Skate. I tried Skate. It was... I think I need to play more because I only put like an hour into it, maybe.
Yeah.
It was fun. Battlefield 6. I should get that. I had a lot of fun in the beta.
Amazing. Yeah.
FIFA's always fun. I haven't bought a FIFA game though in a hot minute.
Yep. Well, the fact that you're still calling it FIFA and not correcting yourself,
and not EAFC or whatever it is. Yeah. Well, it's EAFC, right?
2 years. Yeah, EAFC.
Yeah. Now, I'll always call it FIFA.
We still do.
Yeah. Like that's... I should get that.
Yeah, I've been playing those.
That's fun.
I've been playing a bit of World of Warcraft here and there.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I paid for a subscription on that again. I'm like, I'm going to play. And I've started playing the last expansion that they gave you for free, which is Dragonflight.
Uh-huh.
And it's a lot of fun. And like, I started a character over, and it really was for the first time. Like, I go back to my old characters and I'm like, holy hell, there's a lot here and things have changed. I don't remember. And then I'd start digging around and poking around the menus going, God, this is so confusing. I don't know what this is. I don't know where this is. I don't know what this does. And this time when I logged in, it was, oh, here's this and this is this. And here are all of these and these are this. And here's all this and this is this. And here's where you build your character out. And I went, it all makes sense. And played, and nothing jumped up and made me feel like I was lost in the woods. So they've done a nice job through their updates and bringing it back to at least a returning player friendly state. But even running a new character, starting a brand new character, I have a level 40 paladin that I started brand new. And that got me beyond where my current paladin, because they did a level squish, was like my main. So I went and jumped on her and brought her into Dragonflight, and that was
freezing.
Been playing that there. Yep. So it is good. I've been doing that, and like I said earlier, looking at Dragon Warrior or Dragon Quest 1 and 2, 2D HD remakes. Like that, I specifically one. Like Final Fantasy 1 and Dragon Warrior were 2 of my biggest Nintendo games I played. Like the Nintendo, that and Zelda. Those 3 games were like foundational for me on the 8-bit Nintendo.
Yeah, Oh yeah, the original Final Fantasy was if they would have had timers, kind of like they do now. How long have you played?
Jeez, yeah.
That would have been just a stupid number.
Yeah. Yep. And they did all the pixel remasters of 1 through 6, and I picked those up finally. And I remember picking those up and going, why didn't I do this sooner? And that's all that keeps going through my head.
Yeah.
Every time I go to the store and go, I should buy this. I should buy this. I should buy this. So.
Yeah, my Steam wish list is about 25 games deep.
Yeah. I don't have a lot. I'm looking forward to beyond what I have now. Whatever the next Zelda will be, I'm looking forward to that. I want to know what that will be. Crimson Desert is one I'm really looking forward to. That's the people that made Black Desert.
I've heard
online.
That's promising.
There's a lot of everything I'm seeing for it looks absolutely incredible. Big open world adventure. Looking forward to the Duskbloods, but that's 2026, which is closer than I realize in my mind. Less than 2 months now, which is weird. It seemed so far away when they announced it back in February. So there's that. Whatever the DLC is going to be for Elden Ring Night Rain, whenever that shows up.
That's one I was going to get. I never did, Night Rain. But then
that one you kind of need people. You need friends to play that.
Yeah. I never got into, I tried Elden Ring.
Ring.
I played several hours of it.
There's a point where that game clicks. And it's kind of it's a point where FromSoft games click. And you just there's enough information that they don't tell you that you got to learn that information, and then
learn how to use it
and use it, put together a build, and then functionally play the game, because playing the game is unlike it's not a spam game.
Mm-hmm.
It is more a precision game.
Yeah.
And even now, I still get into situations where I'm like, "Fuck, nope, I'm spamming." That's why I'm dead.
Yeah, and that's
because it'll punish you
for stuff like that. That's my problem. Is I'm not much. Yeah. I'm not normally a finesse video gamer. Like I'm not a button masher, but I'm also not a.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think one of the things I did was, I just got a fast weapon at one point, and I'm like, all right, just for this fight, don't swing more than once when you swing. Dodge, find the opening and the timing, and swing once. And then when I was doing that, and I'd get in and I'd swing, and then I'd be sitting there, I'm like, oh, I could have swung a second time there. Okay, so after that attack, I can swing a second time. Okay, cool. Dodge that attack, swing twice. Cool. Now I'm starting to get somewhere. Now I'm starting to recognize, oh, here's the pattern. Here's where I dodge for this guy. And then you come up against the next boss, and it's like, oh, fuck, I can't. Oh, nope, can't. No, I got to dodge when he does that, when he lifts his sword at that moment. And you start learning, it's more recognizing repetition, learning the patterns of the bosses and their attacks and when to dodge. Mm-hmm. And some of your ability will eventually carry you through some of that. But then there are the bosses that annihilate everybody. And we all go, oh God, the fucking plant. That plant in the other side of the wall, or whoever. So stuck there. The dancing line. I can't beat the dancing line. It's like, well, try dodging here. Or flip this way and use lightning. That might help you too. And stuff like that. And you start dinking around and tweaking little things in your attempts, and it becomes massively addicting. Like rolling through, I'm like, cool, I got a holy build, and I'm being a paladin, and I'm countering, and then I get to the guy that's resistant to holy damage, and it's like a fucking brick wall for me. I'm stuck. I'm like, fuck, why am I stuck here?
Yeah, and I don't know if I just don't necessarily have the patience for that type of finesse.
I love it. The lore behind it is what kept me going when I would get brickwalled and have to figure through something.
That's my other problem. I don't pay attention to lore in games. I play the game, but I don't. Depending upon what the story is and how, what it is, I'll pay attention to the story, but when it gets like super lore heavy where I'm reading like just tons of books and all this other stuff, I tap out. I just play the game.
Elden Ring doesn't get that way.
Yeah.
There's just a lot of lore. They don't explain it. It's all in item descriptions and things, and there are some amazing people in the community that put together videos that talk about the lore because they go through all the items and read the descriptions and go to the bookshelves and read the books and stuff, and then they put together a cool video about here's this boss who went here and decided to allow himself to become one with a serpent.
Yeah. I don't know. So the games I've been playing, not finesse at any point. Like
V Rising?
V Rising, I've been playing that. The jury's out on that one yet. The combat's
on PlayStation Plus.
What's that?
It's on PlayStation Plus. I saw that. I was like, oh, I should download it.
Yeah, I mean it's interesting. It's fun. It's kind of that ARPG feel with vampires and sucking blood and getting, quality blood, not just sucking the blood out of everybody. But it's also base building and resource management, which
where people lose me.
Yeah, and that's not ideal. Like, you have to build walls in a floor and put your coffin in there and source it with these blood things and you have to build a mill so that you can the wood that you chop down, you need planks for certain things, and you need to crush certain things here, but not every. I don't know. I'm not sold on that aspect of it, but I need to put some more time in it. Like the fighting is pretty fun. Like I said, it's that ARPG style, so I've been doing that. I've been playing Baldur's Gate 3 again. I picked up my Dark Urge. I'm in Act 2. So I'm doing that. I'm in Temple of Shar in Act 2 right now. I just did all those trials. What else have I been doing? The Telltale, the Walking Dead full Telltale series was on sale for like $7. So I picked that up. I haven't started that yet.
I've heard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I'm gonna do that. I might actually try to stream those if I have time. That's fun. I've been playing. So Battlefield 6 came out and I didn't want to buy it or subscribe to any service, so I downloaded.
Delta Force.
Call of Duty, the DMZ.
Oh, yeah.
So I've been doing some DMZ stuff here and there, which is the
fun.
Extraction, not the Warzone.
Zombies.
Yeah, DMZ Extraction. So I've been going in and trying to extract stuff there. So hit and miss on that.
Battlefield.
Battlefield. I really should play because that just seems more fun.
Battlefield 6 has a free-to-play Battle Royale mode, but more importantly has something with it called the Gauntlet, which is 4 teams of 4. 8 teams of 4. And you play in modes. There are 4 rounds to it, and each round eliminates 2 teams. And it's everything from picking up bombs and planting them in places to holding a cap point to and just various little things like that to a point where it's like just wipe out other squads. And each round, the last team standing wins. It's super cool and it's free. It's part of the Battle Royale mode. So you could get your Battlefield fix without paying any money, is what I'm saying. Just a thought for you.
Interesting.
Yeah, super fun. I did enjoy that. Not more than Conquest or anything that I normally do in Battlefield, but it's nice to have options to change things up.
Yeah. That's sigh. Yeah, that's been games.
Too many games, not enough time.
Yeah, I haven't really expanded out from other than that. I just haven't had time. I spent the last 2 weekends in Red Wing, so that took up a lot of my time traveling and stuff like that. So,
yeah, that'll happen.
Yep.
Speaking of taking up time, I gotta go do yard work.
Yep. We'll wrap this up. We are Two Nerds with Quest. We're here Sunday mornings, 8 a.m. Central Time. Twitch.tv/TomMNorm. Bit.ly/NerdTube. Give us ratings, reviews, wherever you get the podcast from. Follow channels. Subscribe using Bezos Bucks on Twitch. Doesn't cost you a single thing. That's your Twitch Prime, Amazon Prime sub. Follow us on YouTube. That's where all of our videos live. And we'll call it good. Thanks for joining us, guys. For me and for the, as his nameplate says, Human DM JC.
Human DM.
Yep, that's what your nameplate says. We'll catch you. Are we full on next week, or are we? Is this another chatty week?
I think
Cooch is out, right?
Cooch is out again.
All right.
He's in Vegas.
I think was he in Vegas this week and
Chicago next week.
Yeah. But cool.
Something like that.
Yep. We'll figure it out.
Anyway.
We'll be back next week.
Talking about something.
Yep. All right. Later, nerds.
Peace. Yeah, I really don't want to go do anything, but if I go get it done, it should be done by the Packer game. Like if I go right away, so.
Yeah, I threw my back out on Friday, so I'm feeling a lot better today, so I might try and go out and do some quick yard work.
Yeah, and I gotta leave blow under 3 trees, real quick, and then I gotta clean an oven and touch up paint a couple of apartments.
Yeah.
Just touch up paint is there's 3 things I gotta paint. So
nice.
I just need a paintbrush. Oh, and I gotta run to the store to get photos of all the shit that was wrong with the apartments, because I gotta include that with my report now.
Oh, gotcha. All
This
right.
was easier when I started.
Yeah.
Oh well. I'm compensated well for it. That's all I can say.
That's all I can ask for.
Yep.
All right, cool.
All right.
Thanks, chat. I'll get this uploaded. I might not do as much this week. I might just throw it all in so just not do a lot of extra work on this one.
Oh yeah.
It'll be out there. And we'll figure out what we were doing next week. I'm assuming Genius will be with us next week, so it'll probably be 3 of us.
Yeah. We can talk about stuff and things.
I'm sure he'll want to talk about Critical Role again.
Oh yeah. Yes, for sure.
All right.
Okay.
Cool.